So let's start with the third poem, Rain on the Roof, that we already started yesterday, and we discussed about different type of feelings we people have when there is rain outside on the roof and we are sitting inside our room enjoying it, lost in our memories. And what we discussed, that we have different type of memories, different type of feelings that we shared also with each other. And I told you that in this poem, the poet has tried to give us a message also with the theme or the idea which the poet has given. The poet wants to say that the rain creates an atmosphere that forces the poet to press his head against the pillow and sleep, and each drop causes an echo in his heart, seems like a beat of the heart. उसको ऐसे लग रहा था जैसे एक एक ड्रॉप जो गिर रही है, that is just like his heart beating. Memories and dreams rush into his mind, and the poet remembers his mother as she was in the past. He remembers her love and liking and attachment that was towards him, and it creates a joy within him. उसके मन ही मन में उसको खुशी महसूस होती है अपने मदर की मेमोरीज को याद करते हुए. So the poet wants to convey a message through this poem that rain is a force of nature that can both depress and elevate the heart. कि ये हमारे मन को डिप्रेस भी कर सकती है, उदास भी बना सकती है और हमें खुश भी कर सकती है. And the poet emphasizes that it is eventually our outlook that makes the rain either sad or happy. Means it depends upon our attitude, how we look at the rain. If we look positively, we will find happiness, we'll feel happy and will enjoy it. And if we look negatively, we'll find the destructive side of the rain, or will become sad and will not get happiness out of that. So it is our mood, our outlook, how we look at the rain and the things in general. The poet, in the beginning of the poem, the poet feels sad as the sky becomes dark and gloomy. We have read the first stanza also, and the word melancholy, darkness, tells us about the sadness of the poet also, and about the darkness of the sky. But the patter of the rain creates happiness and good memories in the mind of the poet and in his heart, and his heart is lifted. He feels happy with that. Usually, what happens? Nature mirrors our emotions and outlook. एक्चुअल में होता क्या है कि जो हमारे माइंड में होता है, जो जो हम फील कर रहे होते हैं, नेचर रिप्रेजेंट्स दैट ओनली. एज वी लुक एट द थिंग्स ऑफ नेचर, दे प्रोवाइड अस द सेम फीलिंग्स. अगर हम उनको अच्छे मूड से देखते हैं, पॉजिटिव मूड से देखते हैं, तो हमें पॉजिटिव चीज़ें नज़र आती हैं. इफ़ वी लुक at those things with sad mood and the negative ideas, we will find sadness out of that and will not feel happy. So it is our attitude, our outlook, that gives us the good feelings and the bad feelings. So the poet wants to suggest that we should utilize nature and its bounty. That means the good things that we get from nature, the beautiful things that we get from nature, for our advantages, for our benefit, for our good, by keeping a positive outlook. तो हमें पॉजिटिव आउटलुक रख के ही नेचर की चीज़ों को देखना चाहिए, सो दैट वी कैन गेट द बेनिफिट्स एंड द एडवांटेजेस आउट ऑफ दैट. क्लियर? So we have read with the first stanza, when the humid shadows hover over all the starry spheres, and the melancholy darkness gently weeps in rainy tears. What a bliss to press the pillow of a cottage chamber bed and lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. The poet tells us in the very beginning that the sky was full of stars and it was full of dark clouds. Humid shadows means the dark clouds full of water vapors, which were roaming and floating here and there in the air. Hover means float here and there in the starry spheres. That means in the starry sky, all these clouds full of water vapors were floating here and there, and it seemed as if the sky was sad. And the same was the mood of the poet in the beginning, and the melancholy darkness gently weeps in rainy tears. Then the poet felt that sadness or the darkness of the sky was gently, softly swept away by the tears that come in the form of rain, and he feels that the sky is weeping. That shows the rainy tears in the form of raindrops. The tears are considered as the raindrops, and he felt that the sky was weeping. What a bliss to press the pillow of a cottage chamber bed and lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. And suddenly he starts feeling happy. From the sad mood, looking at the raindrops, he felt happy and he started enjoying those raindrops because he was having positive attitude when he looked at the raindrops. When the rain started, his sad mood, his like melancholy mood also changes into good mood, and he started enjoying. He says it is very uh, nice thing. It is a bliss. It's giving very good useful things to feeling to him to lie down on the cottage chamber bed with the pillow pressing and listening to the soft sound of the rain overhead over the roof that were falling down. So he felt it is a bliss to enjoy the rain sitting in your room like this, having no tension and just playing with a pillow and pressing it in your hands. Every tinkle on the shingles has an echo in the heart, and a thousand dreamy fancies into busy being start, and a thousand recollections weave their ear threads into woof as I listen to the patter of the rain upon the roof. Now look at the second stanza, what the poet says. Every tinkle on the shingles. Tinkle here means the short, light ringing sound. जैसे रेन ड्रॉप्स गिरती हैं, बारिश हो रही होती है, तो उसकी आवाज़ जो है हमें रिदमिकल टोन में सुनाई देती है, as if some light, very light sound ringing is there. Ringing sound, that is tinkling sound. On the shingles, shingles are the rectangular wooden tiles used on the roofs. छत के ऊपर जो tiles use, wooden tiles use की जाती हैं rectangular size में, that is known as shingles. Has an echo in the heart. He says when the raindrops were falling on the wooden tiles of the roof, they were creating tinkling sound. They were creating ringing, light ringing sound, and it was also giving an echo sound in his heart. तो उसको लग रहा है कि उसके मन के अंदर जैसे घंटियां बज रही हों, वैसे ही जैसे कि रेन ड्रॉप्स की उसको आवाज जो है घंटियों की तरह, बेल्स की तरह सुनाई दे रही है. एंड अ थाउजेंड ड्रीमी फैंसीज into busy being start. Into busy being means very busy mind, जो हमारा human mind है, that is very busy. और in that mind, at that time, in the mind of the poet, a thousand dreamy fancies, many imaginations, many dreams, many memories come forward. कि एकदम से जैसे ही उसका मन इको करता है उस साउंड के साथ, मन ही मन में उसको खुशी महसूस होनी शुरू हो जाती है रेन ड्रॉप्स की आवाज को सुनकर. तो उसके मन में, जो कि उसको लग रहा था बहुत बिजी था, कभी कुछ सोच रहा है, कभी कुछ सोच रहा है, कभी कुछ सोच रहा है, so he started thinking about a thousand dreamy fancies. That means he started taking dream or imaginations of many things in his mind. A thousand means large number of dreams or the imaginations came pouring into his heart, and a thousand recollections weave their ear threads into woof, or he felt as if a large number of thousand recollections means a large number of memories started coming into his mind, and they started weaving the cloth. Woof here refers to the cloth. Weave their ear threads. Ear threads होते हैं, जैसे धागे होते हैं, धागों के साथ जब कपड़ा बुना जाता है, तो उस तरीके से जब कपड़े की एक स्ट्रक्चर सा सामने आ जाता है, इन द सेम वे he started having a large number of recollections, the memories of his past, which were just like the weaving of a cloth with different type of threads. एयर थ्रेड्स हियर मीन्स हवा में उड़ते हुए वो यादें उसके मन में आ रही हैं, एंड हियर इट इज कॉल्ड एज द thread. Different color and different type of thread was being woven into a cloth, just like the memory in his mind. as I listened to the patter of the rain upon the roof, as he was listening to the sound of the raindrops falling on the roof, on the tiles of the roof, which were creating tinkling sound, his heart was also having that echo sound, and he started remembering about his thousand recollections, about his memories, about his past things and the events, which were just like the weaving of a cloth, कि जैसे धागे से कपड़ा बुना जाता है, इस तरीके से उसकी डिफरेंट मेमोरीज जो थी उसके माइंड में आ रही थी, एंड ही वाज क्रिएटिंग द इमेजिनेशन आउट ऑफ दैट. Now, in memory comes my mother, and as she used in years ago to regard the darling dreamers, array, she left them till the dawn. Oh, I feel her fond look on me, which is played upon the shingles by the patter of the rain. What he says in the last stanza, when he was having a thousand recollections, thousand memories in his mind, which were being woven just like a cloth from different threads, from different memories, he was having the idea or the imagination in his mind. Suddenly, he was reminded of his mother. So suddenly, now in memory comes my mother. अचानक उसको क्या लगा कि उसको अपनी मदर की मेमोरीज जो हैं, बातें जो हैं वो याद आने लग रही है. He started remembering all the actions and the events which had happened, what his mother used to do with him, how his mother used to make him sleep, and how his mother used to show her feeling of affection and love to him. This is as she used in years agone. Agone means many years back, because the mother is not alive now. What the poet wants to say here, that now his mother is not alive, and what she used to do in past years, in many years ago when she was alive, कि जब वो जिंदा थी तब वो उन सालों में उस टाइम पे क्या किया करती थी. He started remembering all about his mother, to regard the darling dreamers. Array, she left them till the dawn. To regard the darling dreamers, that means to show their feeling of love and affect to darling dreamers here refers to the siblings, the poet and his siblings. Darling here means all the children, all brothers and sisters of the poet, the siblings, just to show their her feeling of love. To regard here means to give respect and to give love and to show their feeling of affection and attachment. How the mother used to treat the darling dreamers here refers to the siblings, the poet, as well as his brothers and sisters. Array here is referred to, it is an old poetic word for before. बिफोर वर्ड के लिए पोएटिक वर्ड जो है पुराने टाइम में ये यूज किया जाता था, एंड द पोएट हैज यूज्ड इट जस्ट टू गिव द rhythmic tone. It says before she left them till the dawn, and she used to make them, let them sleep till dawn, till morning. She make them go into dreams, कि कैसे वो उसको सुलाया करती थी लोरी देकर, या कैसे उनको वो सुबह उठाती नहीं थी जल्दी कि वो आराम से सोए रहें, they should take good dreams. So he remembered that time and that scene when his mother used to make him and his brothers and sisters, his siblings, go to sleep and have dreams till the morning time. Dawn here means the early morning time. Oh, I feel her fond look on me. See the sign of exclamation given after O, that shows that he is very much surprised to think about those memories now. He says, I feel her fond look on me. I feel that he was having great love for me. Her fond means her attachment, her love, her affection, and just he is remembering now the feeling of love and affection which the mother used to have for him and his siblings. He says, I am feeling the touch and the attachment and the love of her mother, of my mother just now on my body as I list to this refrain. That's why he says I'm repeating this refrain here. What is refrain? Note down, this is another poetic device, a repeated part of a song or a poem here. किसी भी लाइन को जब बार बार रिपीट किया जाता है, in the form of a poem or in the form of a song, that is called as refrain, जिसको हम मुखड़ा कहते हैं. कोई song है तो उसके बार बार एक line जो है repeat होती है ना, that is called as refrain. Please underline this. This is another poetic device used here. And here the poet has used the sound of the rain. Sound of the rain जो है उसको बार बार repeat किया. Which line is repeated? By the patter of the rain. This line is repeated. Patter word is used in the second stanza. As I listen to the patter, it is used in the last line of the poem also, and it is used in the first stanza also, when he says in the second last line of the first stanza, and lie listening to the patter. Clear? This word is repeated, that is giving us the sound of the rain. साउंड ऑफ द रेन के लिए ये पैटर वर्ड जो है वो तीनों स्टेंजर्स में रिपीट किया गया है. सो दिस इज यूज्ड इन द फॉर्म ऑफ ए refrain. So as I list to this refrain, this is as I'm listening to this sound. Refrain here, he refers to the sound of the rain which is played upon the shingles by the patter of the rain. He is listening to that music, the sound of that music which is being played upon the shingles. Shingles, you know, already we have discussed in the second stanza. These are the rectangular tiles that are used, wooden tiles which are used on the roof. छत के ऊपर जो tiles लगाई जाती हैं, he is talking about that. When he is listening, the music being played upon the tiles, wooden tiles of the roof by the patter of the rain. Who is playing that music? It is being played by the raindrops, by the patter, by the sound that is being created by the raindrops. So he is listening to that music and he is remembering his mother, who used to show her feelings of love, affection, and attachment for him and his siblings, and make them sleep, take good dreams, be busy with their dreams many years ago. In years ago on means many years ago. Clear? So with this, we have finished with the discussion and the explanation of the poem. Now you must note down, I discussed the first stanza with you, that the poet has used here some poetic devices. Melancholy darkness is used as metaphor because poet is using this for himself also, and poet uses it for the sky also. That sky was full of darkness, dark clouds, and it was looking sad. Then alliteration is used in the fifth line of the first stanza. You can see press the pillow. Press the pillow. P sound is repeated in this line. Of the cottage chamber bed. Then next line, and lie listening to the patter. You can please see how the poetic devices are used here. In the first line, you can see here, I'm going to tell you by underlining this. This is the phrase melancholy darkness, where what is used here? It is metaphor used here. Can you understand? It is the metaphor. Okay. Then coming to the next line, we have the fifth line of the first stanza. You can see press the pillow. Both the words start with P and giving you the same sound. What is this poetic device used here? This is known as alliteration. Is it? It is known as alliteration. Then coming to the second last line of the same stanza, we have lie listening. Again, repetition of L sound. What is this poetic device? It is again an alliteration. Clear? Then look at the last line of the poem of soft rain overhead. When we have the same sounding words, हमें उस लाइन को पढ़ के या किसी वर्ड को पढ़ के ऐसा फील होता है कि हमें वो साउंड जो है वो सुनाई दे रही है. We can imagine that sound. And of the soft rain overhead, जब poet कहता है ना, to the patter of the soft rain overhead, we can imagine that the raindrops are falling on the roof from the sky, and we can listen the sound, that we can imagine that sound of the raindrops which she is calling as patter. And what is this used as? It is known as, this poetic device is used as onomotopia. Note down the spellings: Onomatopoeia, onomotopia. This is known as onomotopia, which is used in the last line of the first stanza, where we can have the sound of the raindrops coming into our ears. Clear? Yes, Nurjot beta, you want to say anything? You're raising hand.
Ma'am, the word all over the starry spheres, ma'am, can
Starry
also be
sphere,
alliteration.
yes. Yes, this can also be alliteration. Good, good. This is again repetition of S sound. This is again alliteration. Very good. Clear? So in the first stanza, I have given you all the poetic devices. Now you find out in the second stanza. In the second stanza, any poetic device used, raise your hands quickly. Quickly raise your hands. Yes, Chahat beta. Yes, beta.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, in second stanza line is into busy being start.
Very good. What is used here?
Ma'am, alliteration.
This is alliteration. What is it called
Alliteration.
as? Please repeat the word.
Alliteration.
Alliteration. Clear? Anyone else? Anyone else find out any other poetic device used here in the second stanza? Yes, quickly raise your hands. We are left with only 9 minutes. Only Chahat. What the rest are doing? You're not listening anything? Come forward, beta. Rest of you should also know. Yes, Ishita Kapoor. Very good.
Ma'am, refrain.
Yes.
Ma'am, refrain.
Not clear, beta, what you are saying.
Ma'am, is it refrain?
Is it a refrain?
Refrain.
Refrain to beta patter word that I have discussed, that I have told, patter word that gives the sound of music of the raindrops. It is used in all the three stanzas. That's why it is called as a refrain. एक पैराग्राफ में एक स्टैंजा में नहीं हम लेंगे. When it is repeated again and again, बार बार एक लाइन या एक वर्ड रिपीट हो रहा है ना हर स्टैंजा में, that is called as refrain. As we have discussed, that patter word is used in all the three stanzas. That is refrain. Okay. Anything else? Yes, Hiteshri beta.
Ma'am, and 1,000 dreamy fancies.
In a thousand dreamy fancies, what is it?
Ma'am, it could be metaphor.
No, not compared with anything. Simply कहा गया है कि बहुत से imaginations और dreams उसके mind में आ रहे थे. Metaphor होता है when we compare with the characteristic of some other thing. It is, metaphor is used in the next line. This is third line of the second stanza, where what is used? It is the line weave their air threads into woof. कि जैसे धागे के साथ कपड़ा बुना जाता है, वूफ मीन्स क्लॉथ, जैसे धागे के साथ कपड़ा बुना जाता है, इन द सेम वे the thoughts were coming in his mind which were creating memories, thousand recollections. So this is the metaphor used here. The characteristics of a cloth that is taken by the poet in his mind, कि जैसे एक कपड़ा बुना जाता है वैसे ही उसके माइंड में different thoughts आ रहे थे, different ideas आ रहे थे, which memories आ रही थी, that were being collected in his mind. ठीक है?
Ma'am, this line is also alliteration.
Where
Ma'am, weave their air threads into woof.
weave their air threads into woof. Yes, it can be weave or woof. Two words आगे W से repeated. Yes. Yes.
Ma'am, or last line of this paragraph, of the
Rain,
rain upon the roof.
rain and the roof. Yes. Can be alliteration. Yes. Coming to the third stanza. Coming to the third stanza. I can see Kamaljeet raising hand. Kamaljeet, beta, yes.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Ma'am, in third paragraph, the darling dreamers
Yes, darling
alliteration.
dreamers, darling dreamers. Here, what is used? It is again alliteration. What is used here? Alliteration. Clear? Is it clear now? Anything else?
Ma'am, first line of the paragraph. Now in memory comes my mother.
Memory and mother, yes. Can be alliteration. Good. Anything else? Anyone else wants to say anything? The idea is clear. Any doubt to anyone about any line? Yes, Noorjot beta, what you want to say?
Ma'am, in last sentence, stanza, fifth line, feel her font, alliteration.
Which line beta?
Oh, I feel her fond look on me.
Yes, what is
Last
it?
stanza.
Feel and fond.
Feel her fond,
Yes, yes. One more poetic
alliteration.
device is used in this line. Can you find out?
Ma'am, yes.
What is that?
O and
Ma'am,
on.
she left them till the dawn.
She left them till the dawn.
Ma'am, yes. Ma'am, them or till.
Them और till. बेटा ये साउंड नहीं ना सेम आ रही. them द की आवाज आ रही है, till टी की आवाज आ रही है. साउंड सेम होनी चाहिए.
Okay.
ठीक है. आपने ये जिस लाइन में ये बताया ना पहले, फील फॉन्ड अलिट्रेशन, इसी लाइन में मैं आपको बता रही हूँ कि एक और पोएटिक डिवाइस यूज्ड है. वो क्या है?
Ma'am, over on.
O and on.
Repetition of the vowel sound. Feel, her, then fond, look, on. ओ को 3 बार यूज किया गया. स्टार्टिंग में भी ओ है. ठीक है. फील, हर, ई की साउंड यूज करी गई है. क्या होता है जब हम बार बार वॉवल साउंड यूज करते हैं तो व्हाट इज इट? What is it called when the vowel sound is repeated in the line again and again? No one? It is assonance. Assonance. You must find out in the list that was given to you. It is assonance. See, when we have in this line repetition of E, again E, ठीक है, then O, fond, look, on, इन सब में ओ की साउंड हो रही है और इन वर्ड्स में ई की साउंड हो रही है. मी में भी ई आ रहा है. ठीक है. वी हैव रेपिटिशन ऑफ द वॉवल साउंड इन दिस लाइन. ठीक है. कई बार ऐसे एनालिसिस करना पड़ जाता है आपको. देन यू कैन फाइंड आउट ऑल दीज थिंग्स. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज एसोनेंस. जब कॉन्सोनेंट साउंड रिपीट हो रही है तो इट इज consonance, and when vowel sound is, it is assonance. Please read the definitions which were sent to you. Okay. Any doubt to anyone? I think these poetic devices are clear to you now, and the idea of the poem is also clear. Please try to find out the questions given at the back after reading the poem carefully. We'll discuss it tomorrow. Okay.